Warm greetings, Code Monkeys and fellow VEDSies. Welcome back to CodedLockFilms. So, today, I have to take care of this. Basically, what's going on is that there's going to be some workers coming in here in a few days, and they're going to be replacing a couple of the windows on the upper story of my house. But in order for them to be able to do that, I basically have to clear cut everything that's back here. Just several years worth of overgrowth. There's a whole lot of vines, a bunch of half-dead ferns back there and stuff. The first thing I'm gonna have to do back there is basically cut myself a path with the mower, just so I can like get to everything that's back there. And then I can start pulling vines down, clip other things out, pull things up. But what's gonna make this task particularly unpleasant is the weather right now. It's very early in the morning, so it probably doesn't look all that hot to you guys right now, but in fact it's currently in the low 80s, and unpleasant heat also decided to bring its ugly cousin, punishing humidity. And on top of that, there's almost no wind outside right now. The air is nearly completely stagnant. So right now I kind of feel like I'm standing in a sauna that has used beef broth to make it steam instead of water, and it's only going to get worse as the day goes on, so I want to start getting to this pretty quickly. But all of this unpleasantness actually gave me the idea for a VEDS challenge. It's actually a two-part challenge, and the first part is this. I'm willing to bet that most of you have some kind of unpleasant task that you've been putting off for whatever reason. Something that needs to get done, but for whatever reason you don't want to do. I didn't want to do this task, and in fact I thought I was going to have more time to do it, but because the workers are going to be able to do the job earlier than expected, I basically have today to get this done. And I am now kicking myself for not doing this about a week ago when the weather was much more agreeable. So the first part of the challenge that I am issuing to my fellow VEDSies is to find a task that you've been meaning to accomplish and just do it. And document it. Explain what the task is, explain why you've been putting it off, and just make like a quick little montage of you doing the thing that you need to do. And I'll tell you what the second part of the challenge is after I finish the first part myself. Alright, so now that I've finished the first part of the challenge, which is to get a task done that I've been putting off for a while, I'm going to introduce the second part of the challenge. And the second part of the challenge is this. Once you have finished the unpleasant task of your choosing, I want you to reward yourself. And just like you did with the unpleasant task, I want you to document the process. My job is not technically done back here because I do still have some things that I need to cut down. I need to get rid of a lot of branches and a few things that are coming up out of the ground that are a little bit too robust to take out with a pair of clippers. And my reward is thus. I get to use a chainsaw on a pole. Oh man, I cannot deny that there's just something viscerally fun about using a chainsaw. So now I pretty much just gotta trim all this junk down to size and bundle it up and drag it down to the curb, but I'm not gonna film that part because I'm kind of running out of space on the memory card here. So that is your challenge. I look forward to seeing what you do with it. I'm gonna do the last little bit of work here and then I'm gonna go take a bloody shower. But until next time, Code Monkeys and fellow VEDSies, I will see you tomorrow. This here is either the result of a very long period of chopping and clipping trees, or a shambling mound from Dungeons and Dragons. Woo!